It is a Scunthorpe game then. Huge crowd expected. I think it'll be a lot better than the Yeovil game. Purely because they have to come and get something. Yeovil, wanted to stop the rot. They had the new manager and they played for that 0-0, but we really do have to be switched on. They've got a revamped team since we last played them when we won 4-1 at their place. It's going to be a tricky game. People think we're going to steamroll them. I'd love it if we did, and I'd love to be proved wrong, but I don't think that's going to happen. They have to get something for the game. If we go 1-0 up, they have to chase it. They can't afford anything now. They've got a favourable run in, so this is kind of also a free hit for them. And we have a very depleted side. I'd be very surprised if anyone but Richard Brinley is back on the bench from the injured list. We'll have to see what the team news does bring, but the starting 11 are going to have to get it done. I said it yesterday. I was on Radio Nottingham, asked to be on the show with David Jackson at 6:05. I said the league's not over yet. I definitely don't think it is over yet. I think anything could happen. At the end of this, we all expect Wrexham to have won their game against York. They might not. They might have drawn that game. So we'll have to see, and we have to keep going to the end of the season.
Me and Jordan have had to park quite far away from the ground. It's absolutely rammed, traffic's horrendous, but we found a space, luckily enough. But team news is out, pretty much as expected, other than Austin. O'Brien in for Austin, what do you make of that?
I wanted Austin. I think you were saying as well, what does he have to do? I just think the attacking threat, the performance has been putting in the past, say, 3 months, I'd say. He deserves to be starting more often. But O'Brien obviously will still give that energy. Still works hard and everything, but yeah, a bit disappointing not to see Austin in there.
Massive game today, huge. Thank you. It's a great start from Notts. Chickson makes it 1-0 to Notts. Fantastically worked goal. Ruben dummies it on the halfway line, forced to Nemain. Nemain misses it. It's left to Chickson on the back post, and he can't do anything but tap it in. A fantastic start from Notts. It's 2-0, 11 minutes gone. Maka takes the initial shot, but it takes a couple of deflections on the way in. It'll be interesting to see who's awarded the goal, but I think it should be Maka.
Half time, it's Notts 2, Scunthorpe 0. The only thing different in that half from Barent on Saturday is the scoreline, in my opinion. So, as much as we're absolutely hammering Scunthorpe and they haven't had a shot, touch wood that doesn't change. We know we can come out really poorly second half. I would never have said last Saturday we were going to come out the way we did. I thought it would be almost impossible. But we haven't conceded in this half. And obviously the Barnet one was really late, but it's been outstanding, hasn't it?
I've said this a couple of times this season. That for me, best first half performance I've seen, without doubt. The link up on that right hand side with Ruben in the main has been something special. I can't even put it into words how the amount of times I've turned around to Jordan, I've said next to that, the things they're pulling off. One of the turns that the main's done in the 18-yard box, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. The only thing for me is if you could mirror that sort of link-up play that we've got down the right-hand side, down that left-hand side, every game we play would be a doddle. It really would. So if we could get that going, maybe possibly, who knows, but you can't be anything but happy with that first half performance. It was pretty much perfect, other than Slocum going off with an injury, which is gutting. Really gutting.
Really bad tackle.
Really bad tackle. And I saw him when he went down the tunnel, he had a few words of their sort of coaching staff, a few harsh words, I think. And you would be, he's took him so long to get back. You just feel like in his tenure at Notts, he has been fairly unfortunate, I think, with injuries. Good for him.
They're the things, though, when the linesman doesn't put their flag up in time, everyone says, well, soon someone's going to get injured. They have got injured.
Yeah, exactly.
And what I would say first off, so I'm incredibly impressed with Jim. Thought he's been really, really good. He's put a couple on a plate for a few players. I think it's been really, really good. So we'll see what the second half brings. 2-0 Notts. 3-0, that's it, game over. Maka
with the header. 38 goals, I believe now, none from penalties. Really good. 3-0 been dominant second half. It's number 39 for Maka. It's so easy. Scunthorpe have never been in the game. 39 goals for the season. Of course, not score up. Really good for our goal difference, and there's still 15 to go.
County Talk, fan chats, it's finished. Notts 4, Scunthorpe 0. What a performance on the day, wasn't it?
It did look like a pre-season game at times. They were in full control. I don't think Scunthorpe ever looked like they were going to score.
Yeah, no, they didn't. And you got to give credit to Notts for that, because I think today, as a 90 minutes, it's got to be the best 90 minutes we've seen, if not one of, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was a comfortable 90 minutes. I think everyone played their part. Everyone had a good game. No one was playing like anything stupid balls. It was all kind of just very assured. They all knew where each other was, and the two-touch kind of passing football in the triangles flowed throughout the pitch from like the back all the way through to the front. And you could have thought when we had to change Slocum as goalkeeper that it might unsettle the back line a bit, but it didn't, and it was just a completely professional performance.
Yeah, I've got to say as well, you sort of mentioned it there, Slocum, it's gutting to see him go off, isn't it?
Yeah, it did look like a nasty challenge, but I couldn't tell if he just felt funny or what he's done. But it was sad to see him go off after obviously just coming back for today's game. But hopefully it's nothing too serious and it was just more of a precaution, because while you have got a goalkeeper on the bench, you have got that luxury to sub.
Yeah. Ruben gets man of the match today, but for me personally, I mean, you have to give it the main. What do you think?
I was going to say Jim.
Jim was good?
Obviously he's always great down that wing. The balls he puts in, the one-on-ones he goes through with the defenders, he's a great kind of wing back to have. And I think when he started playing that role, people weren't like too sure of him in that position. But I think this season it's just cemented how good he really is and how fast he is as well. Some of the balls that he kept in looked like they were going out, and he just still kept them in. He still kept playing. Yeah. But I thought Jim today was excellent. I think he won all of his first and second battles, his first touches and his first kind of balls through. He was always looking to play forward if he could, and he was always kind of just controlling that middle. Yeah.
Langstaff as well. Gets 39 goals, which equals the Notts County scoring record for a season. He deserves it, doesn't he? Incredible.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get 3 or 4 today. He easily could have done, which is no disrespect because he still did got 2. But he was in the right positions all the time. The ball in from Austin was just pitch perfect for him. And he shouldn't be winning a headers against their number 13. The number 13, the size of him, and all he did all day was head the ball. So you really shouldn't be in that position to win it. But he just finds space in that box that nobody else finds.
We're looking paper thin, aren't we? The squad is looking paper thin. But you wouldn't see it today, would you? You wouldn't tell?
No, I think everyone always moans about the subs and like the lack of on the bench, and like having to have a goalkeeper on the bench, because most teams don't normally do that. But obviously, it worked in our favour today, and that we didn't sign anyone in the week just before the deadline. Yeah. But if your starting 11's that good, are you really going to change it? Like, do you really need that extra firepower? And obviously, we do have it on the bench, and we have players coming back from injuries, so I feel like we'll be fine. You can have so many players and you can pick from so many from a squad, but you can only put 11 out there, and you can only have about 16 in the matchday squad. So what's the point of selection having like 30 players to choose from?
Last question then, Holly. How do you see it playing out for Notts now for the rest of the season?
I can see us comfortably winning the majority of our games. I think the only one that I think obviously will be a bit questionable is Wrexham. But if we turn up on the day, I think we're the better footballing team, and I don't know if that's controversial to say, because obviously Wrexham are top and they have been playing well. But I think Notts can beat anyone on the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining us.
Second fan chat, joined by Jordan. Obviously a really, really good performance, that 4-0 victory. Jordan, I can't think of a more simple or easy game I've ever watched.
Yeah, I agree. Probably not easy for the players because they made it look so easy, but yeah, we just dominated from the first minute, really. I don't think they really tested us at all. Yeah, just an easy watch. But yeah, they still put in the graft, still running right till the end and making sprints, and yeah, just an overall great game to watch.
It was pleasing how early the goals were for once.
Yeah, I did think that. It meant that it was comfortable, it wasn't as tense, because, well, I suppose a bit of tension's gone because of the points of Wrexham, but before that, every game you'd come to, you could feel the tension until we scored. So yeah, I was glad with that as well.
You wondered as well, like, about the focus of the Notts players. Were they going to remain focused? Literally, no doubt.
No doubt at all. All at the level that they needed to be at. All on the game today. I think all the ideas and decisions made at the right time, where to put the ball, when to play it. Like there was no second guessing themselves today. I think, and I think that's how you could tell the performance was so good, because they just did the right thing every time.
There's literally one thing we have to speak about. 39 goals, all from open play. Multiple chances to get that hat-trick, and the 40 goals. Ricky Miller's shaking.
He is. I think Langstaff, when he knows he's close to a hat-trick, I think sometimes he gets a bit eager and loves to just get shots off, but he's going to do it, isn't he? He's going to do it.
I hope so. I hope it's Tuesday night, Altrincham. Bare bones squad, we thought.
Yeah, even a bit more though. No, well, it's sad to see Slocum come back, and then
I know you said about Lemon Evans. I know it.
I am. Winner of all the headers. We are very very thin, I think, but we can still perform how we need to perform. But when a player goes down, it does make you think a little bit, because same when Roller went down, I was a bit worried there. Yeah, sad for Slocum coming in and then getting injured again, but May came in. I know he didn't have to do any shot stopping, but all his passes today were superb, I thought.
Right, one word, and I mean one word, because I've asked you for one word before you give me more than one.
Okay.
Cannot still win the league.
Yeah, we can.
Love it. Cheers, George.
That's not one word, but there we go.
Cheers. Player ratings after the 4-0 win then. Really good performance, as I've already said in the fan chats. As easy as it gets, as professional as it gets. There's no focus lost. Maka gets his 2 goals. Could have had a hat trick, but it was pretty much perfection. Let's go straight off, and we have to give him a rating because he did play. I know it's 15 minutes. I don't even know if we can give him a rating, but Sam Slocum, I'm gutted for him.
Yeah, I'm not going to rate him because I don't think it's fair, because he's not had to do a lot. Gutted, absolutely gutted, and he was devastated. All the fans were clapping him off, and I'm not holding anything against him. He didn't even really respond, did he? You could just say he was so deflated. It took him so long to get back. He's got back in, and then straight away, someone's caused him an injury. He had a few words with their manager as he sort of went down the tunnel. A few harsh words by the looks of it. And rightly so, I think. It must be so frustrating to sort of come back from an injury like that and then someone cause an injury. I'm gutted for him. I really am, because he's had a bit of a hard run of luck, I think. With injuries, like I've already said, so that's my opinion. I can't rate him.
My best guess is a dead leg, I think. I hope it's I hope it's only a dead leg. I know they can be quite a while, but we don't do this, but we'll go for a sub first. We'll go Mayor, because he came in, he was really, really poor, wasn't he, in that game against Maidstone, I think it was, in the trophy. He gave a penalty away, he cleared it to their striker, who's then scored from it, and he came on, and I thought the Cop gave him a really good round of applause, so did the Pavis, gave him that confidence, and the players gave him the ball, allowed him to have it. Pretty much faultless. Distribution was really good, no mistakes, even took a risky pass and it worked out. So I think for me, I'm going to give him a 7.
Yeah, 7 for me as well. I completely agree. And for a keeper to come in on loan, and sort of be like backup, and then essentially his third choice, because he's been there and Brooks has been in when Slocum was originally out. Now Brooks and Slocum are out. He's come in and he's done a fantastic job. And credit to the fans, I think, for that one, because they really did get behind him today. But credit to him as well, because he's not let it get to him.
Yeah. Aaron the man.
My man of the match.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Him and Ruben were on a different level today. They were like a training session together and constantly just 1-2s down the wing, and Aaron the man getting him with his pace. He was pretty faultless for me. I'm going to give him... I have to give him a 9, I think.
9.5 for me. I think so many times today, he's just shocked me with his skill. I think that was his best performance in a Notts shirt by a long margin as well, by a big margin. 9.5, can't say much more.
Could have won a penalty as well. We'll go for Rollo. Finished the game limping. Again, I think it was just an impact injury. But no one... I don't actually remember a stray pass really all game. And I think he was just solid. I mean, we've defended that well. We don't have to do anything. I'm just going to go for an 8.
Yeah, I think the entirety of the back three, the 3 centre-backs really were phenomenal today. Keep the clean sheet. And you can say Scunthorpe didn't really offer much, but we held a really good line, I thought. They were, they could have been through a few times, but they were flagged offside. I'm saying 3 or 4 times where the defence have had to hold a really good line. So you've got to give him credit for that. Rawlinson, for me, it's the same as all back three. I'm going to give him an 8. The passing out from the back, the linking up the play, making themselves available from goal kicks, pushing out wide so that the wing backs can push further forward. They're fantastic. And as the season's gone on, it's just got better.
I don't think it doesn't matter how poor the opposition are you playing, to limit them to 1 shot off target, and I can't actually remember that shot. I mean, it says it all, doesn't it? So let's just, I'm going to put them all in together then. I'm going to give Baj an 8, and I'm going to give Cameron an 8, especially the 2 I've just mentioned, carrying that ball out of defence. There's 1.70, 80 minutes into the game. Baj Rami's running between all of their central midfielders to lay it out wide. And really, really good. I mean, from that shaky performance he had against Bromley at right back, which, looking back, it's possibly the wrong formation and he shouldn't have played at right back, but he's come back in really good.
Yeah, yes, I agree with you. I do agree. I'm going to go 8 for all of them as well.
Yeah,
I've already said.
Chickson.
Not much going down his side today, I thought. But he gets a goal. Fantastic. It's good to see him get a goal. He's got so many this season, which is massively out of character for him when you look at his career. On the basis of him scoring a goal, I'm going to give him a 7. But when you compare the left to the right, it's completely different. There wasn't anywhere near as much coming down that left-hand side.
I think it's because it was so good down the right.
Yeah.
Why? And they never addressed it. So why change something that's not working?
Yep.
That is working. So really, really good. Going midfield, John Bostock. I was surprised he played the 90. I thought when I saw Vinny and Sam Austin, I thought he was going to come off, but he was faultless. Never gave the ball away. Him and Palmer and Jim in the middle were outstanding. I'm going to give Bostock, I think, 8.5 for him.
Yeah, do you know what? Today I noticed especially Bostock. The way Bostock uses his body is incredible. Like he'll just like dummy or slightly shimmy his body to the left, to the right.
10 Vinny for you.
To the left or to the right, and it really leaves the opposition second guessing, and it opens up the passes that he needs to sort of break the lines.
I've given us a smile. I might change it to a 10.
So yeah, for me, Bostock is a different class. He really is. He's so calm on the ball. He makes so many openings for us. 8.5.
Palmer. People are starting to rough him up now, aren't they? They are going for him a little bit more. A few late tackles going in on him, but I think again, superb 8.5.
Yeah, 8.5. I agree. You get that solid performance from him week in, week out, don't you? He's great. And still, he sort of holds himself. He doesn't get too pulled into gamesmanship, does he? So, fair play to him.
I'm going to give Jim a high score. I'm going to give Jim a 9.
That's
thought he was. He actually asked for a 9, but I think he was so good. I mean, the last time we played this midfield 3, I saw a few people saying it didn't really work. This worked really, really well. He was so good, so much energy, always offering for crosses, always, like you told me at half time that you thought that they did a good job with Aaron the man, sending him backwards on his weaker foot. But Jim was always there to get the ball, wasn't he? So I've given him a 9.
Yeah, you know what? I think I agree with you. I thought Jim was really good. Say he's not had lots of game time. He looked really sharp. He was also helping on that right-hand side, like you've just said, linking really well with Ruben, Chickson, and he was really helping with the press. I felt like he did really well with regaining possession in their half today. So yeah, really good. What score should I give him? 8.5. Really good.
He won a lot of the second balls as well, which was important. Yeah. We then go for Maka. 39 goals. Joke. Absolute joke.
Yeah, I think that second goal should have been awarded to him. I'm going to be honest.
The own goal.
The own goal. From where I was sat, and I'm willing to be wrong on this, it looked like he shot and it just deflected off 2 players and went in. But the shot originally looked like it was going goalwards to me.
I thought he crossed it and it deflected. But we'll see, won't we? We'll see.
Give it him anyway. Why not?
9.
9.5. It's good to see as well. I feel like the squad are sort of pulling together and trying to help him score more goals as well, especially in that second half. Obviously, the game's put to bed then. It's not like they're going to risk anything if they don't take a shot or pass to the right person. I think there seems to be a little bit of, when the game's put to bed, try and get Maka's goals up, and I think we saw that today.
Yeah. As I already said with Jordan, Ricky Miller's currently at home shaking. Shaking. He's a bit rattled by it.
Shaking.
Let's go for Vinny. Came on, left wing back's his new position. Positive, loads of energy,
like for like replacement, or almost for me with Chickson, except he's a bit more proactive in running at defenders. Linked up well with Bostock, 8.5.
I'd like to see more of Vinny at left wing back.
Would you?
I really would. Yeah, I think when he comes on, he's electric, and he just brings that. He brings that element of doing it, just stepping to the player, going at the player, running at players, putting that cross in, and his crossing's really good. His passing's really good. His energy is just through the roof, isn't it? As we all know, I'm going to give him a 7.5. I really like him. I really like him at wing back.
I think that saying's going to catch on. He's just doing it.
He's just doing it.
Best description we've ever had on the channel. And then Sam Austin comes on, 1-2 assists. I'm not sure. He looks like a natural wing back when he comes on. Wherever he plays, it looks like that's his natural position. I don't know what to say about him. He came on to the Super Sam Austin chant. So much energy, and I think it was a good move to leave him on the bench, because if that hadn't have gone as planned, we had an attacking option on that bench. I have to say, for what he came on, I'm actually going to give him a 9.
Yeah, I'm going to give him an 8.5. Sam Austin is so impactful when he's playing. So impactful. I understand that. I agree with you about him not starting. It was probably the right decision. But from his perspective, he must be thinking, and no matter what's being said to him, what do I need to do to get a start? Every time the guy plays, he's incredible. He assists, he scores every time. I'd love to see his conversion rates per minute, assists per minute, and goals per minute, because it must be right up there with the best in the league.
Goal contributions must be, like you're saying, right up there. Some fantastic player ratings, a 4-0. Judging by that, we've not given up on the title yet.
Just arrived home after what was a fantastic day at Meadow Lane. Fantastic atmosphere today, fantastic turnout really. 16,000, over 16,000 today, which is superb. It was really busy. I had to park far away, but it was a fantastic occasion. It really was. 4 great goals. Langstaff matches the record. Just so many good things. It's going to be such a shame if we don't get automatic this season. The quality that we've seen and the results. We've lost 2 games in the league. It's phenomenal, and it looks like we're heading for 100 points. To get 100 points and not get promotion, automatic promotion, it's gutting. But I just believe in the quality that we have. Scored some fantastic goals today. Some really, really good play. Really appealing football, which for fans that it would have been maybe their first time coming, or maybe one of their first times coming today. They're going to be wanting to come back to see more of that fantastic football. So I'm delighted. Great performance today. If you've enjoyed the video, drop it a like, subscribe to the channel, comment if you went to the game, if it was your first time, if it's your 1,000th time of going. Let us know what you thought of the game, and thanks for watching, guys.